Erica moved to Taiwan with her mother at the age of 13 and entered a local junior high school. She ran into many obstacles in this unfamiliar environment, including language barrier and food style. When I first came to Taiwan, the hardest part was getting used to the food here and language. Yeah, I've never learned Chinese before, so I could neither write or talk in Chinese. I went to language school first when I first got here, and my teachers were Taiwanese, and they started by teaching the very basic sentences. And they were very patient with overseas students, so it took me an year to learn basic Chinese conversation. It was actually fun when I recall the process of learning Chinese. Due to the language barrier, I used to have lots of misunderstanding with others. But now, those experiences are really funny when I recall them. It's inevitable to encounter difficulties while learning, while Erica takes those difficulties all by herself and did her best to make her mother not to be worried about her. During the process of learning, there might be some obstacles or coming up with the thought of giving up. And I was timid about picking up the phone and call my mother because I don't want her to be worried about me, especially while she's so far away. So I would just go back to my place and try to calm down, or just talk to my friends. It was really hard for me in the beginning. But I've made it through already. Now I'm quite used to the life here. Most Taiwanese people, Indonesia is a very unfamiliar place. Every time when people get to know that she's from there, they would be puzzled and ask many questions about Indonesia. Actually, those questions are common sense. Indonesia is not as far as people imagined, and not as small as they imagined as well. Just look at the map and you'll see where it is. Because Indonesia is actually much bigger than Taiwan. But as for economic and transportation system, those are still not as good as Taiwan, but not as underdeveloped as people imagine. For her interest in traveling, Erica decided to work in a travel agency in Taipei after finishing college and started a new life of working here in Taiwan. The reason why I decided to work here is because I like to travel. So I thought that doing something I'm interested in would be fun. So I work in a travel agency, and it does turn out good as I expected. What I do at work is to make travel plans, book the hotels and plan for the itinerary, just like planning for my own trip. So I decided to work here. The biggest challenge I encountered so far is to start from the beginning because I was not a tourism major, and also some language problems. I still have to work on some professional terms because the Chinese I learned in language school was only mainly basic daily conversations. Living in Taiwan for almost 11 years, besides going to work, Erica spends most of her free time at church, get to know many new immigrants from Indonesia there, and she also becomes a vocalist of the church choir. I spend most of my weekends in church. It is like my second home. When I'm in a strange place, I would go to the church, an Indonesian church where I can meet other Indonesians and spend time with my friends there. And I really like singing because you get to pass your happiness to others through the music. And it also helps when you are stressed. You can feel much better if you sing it out loud. And now, Erica has got used to her life in Taiwan and fell in love with this beautiful place. As for the future, she has a plan in mind already, which is to settle down here in Taiwan. Taiwan is a very beautiful country, and I have traveled to many different places in Taiwan, which makes me like it here much more than before. Hello my Indonesian friends. Taiwan is a really beautiful place. Those who haven't been here yet, you are very welcome to visit and enjoy the beauty of Taiwan.